Hello everyone, it's Vitrosity back with a part 2 video to the target selector video I put out a couple weeks ago. I was thinking pretty long and hard about, that there's a lot more stuff you can do with um, target selectors, selecting random entities and whatnot. So I thought I'd do another video showcasing some of those more unique ways to select for and select out certain things in Minecraft. So let's get started here with the select by coordinates. So quick note, you cannot use tilde notation with these selecting by coordinates as you could, I think some down here and in some other commands you can use tilde notation, but in this you can't. So you're only able to select by the location in the game world. So x equals 1, y equals 5, and z equals -3. It will select at that one block in the world. Now, you can also combine this with the radius, which is the next one here, and you can even get a further exact position with that as well. So, talking about the radius, you have the radius maximum and the radius minimum. So the just regular r is the radius maximum. So if you have like r equals 3, you will select anything within that 3 block radius, and if you have rm equals 3, you will select everything outside of that 3 block radius. Moving on here to the volume. I think this is a pretty cool one. This uses the dx, dy, and dz coordinate system. So this is relative to where the command is executed. So whether that is typed in your chat, it would be executed from where the player is standing. If it's in a command block, it's from where that command block is sitting. So if you have the values of dx equals 4, dy equals 4, and dz equals 4, you will select everything that is within that 64 block area of the positive 3 directions that you're facing. And so now we are moving on to the score. Now this is what I've used in my command block shop tutorial, so go ahead and check that out. Command block shop tutorial. Check that out if you haven't yet. Pretty good video, pretty useful on single player and even multiplayer servers, more so than anything. So let's go. If you have something with score underscore money equals 20, it will select players with no more than 20, that's variable value, but value of 20 in the objective money on the scoreboard. And then similarly, if you have score underscore money underscore min is equal to 5, and then there's supposed to be a little square bracket at the end there, I must have missed that, it will select those with no less than 5. So this is where you get your shop, is where this will check to make sure that they have enough money to purchase it. Moving on to the tag. So you have just the regular tag and the select by the scoreboard tag. So that could be, I believe, anything like the score. It's similar to the score, but there's other things as well with that. But now you can also use the exclamation point to select all but that specific scoreboard tag. You can leave the tag blank, and it will select all without any scoreboard tags. And if you put an exclamation point by itself in there, it will select any with a scoreboard tag. So very useful indeed. Similarly, we have the team. So it'll select the basic is you have team equals and then the team name. It will select targets on that specific team with exclamation point in front. It will select any targets not on the team. If it's blank, it will select targets not on any team. And if you have just an exclamation point, it will select targets on any team on the scoreboard. So now we've got the C, which stands for count, so it'll select specified number of targets. So if this C value is equal to 5, it will select, like, say, the 5 closest to the command block, or whatever the command, wherever the command was executed. And now if you add a negative, it will select the number of players farthest from that. So it'd be like, using the same example, if you have -5, it would be the 5 farthest from where the command block was executed. Now you have the L command. This is also used with XP shops as well, both of these. And you have the L equals some number, and that will select players with more than that number of XP levels. And down here you have levels minimum, which selects with less than the minimum level of XP levels. So here we are at the game mode selections. So just the m equals some number will select all in that specific game mode. With the exclamation point in front, it will select all not in game mode m. And I have this here for kind of a reference here. As you see, this is what you put in for the uppercase M in this target selector. So you have -1 is equal to all, 0 or S equals survival, 1 or C equals creative, 2 or A is adventure, and over here on the side, because I ran out of room, 3 or SP will put them in spectator mode. So now we have the name target selector, and if you just put anyone's name, entity names as well, so like Creeper would go in there, it would select the target named Creeper, or all targets named that in this specific case. And for this with the exclamation point in front, it selects all targets not named that specific name, like Creeper or so on. Now we have this here. These two kind of go hand in hand. I don't know much about these. These would probably be very rarely used. They're dealing with the rotation of the camera. So as you see here on my F3 screen, about halfway down on the left side, there's a line that says facing north towards -Z. Then I have my two numbers at 177.3 and -4.1. And that's my rotation. So you have the RX is with respect to the vertical rotation. So like this goes and corresponds with the second number. And then the RY, the Y value is representing the first number in there. And you also have the minimum rotation just by adding the M at the end of that as well for those. Now the final one, we have type, and this selects targets with the entity type of, whatever you put in there. So this is also like creeper, zombie, along those lines. Mobs are especially prevalent in this target selector. And then, of course, the exclamation point in front selects targets not on that specific entity type. So, thank you for watching. If you want to see more of this, as you can see here behind me, I have quite a few chests lined up as I'm going to be going through each and every command in the game. So stay tuned for that, as we will be going over the /achievement command first and working our way down the line in alphabetical order. So stay tuned for that. Check me out on Twitter, on Planet Minecraft as well. The links will be on my channel, my YouTube channel, in the About section on the page. So, see you next time.